with that ankle sprain. Now you kind of have to start him after everything we saw with Carson Wentz and the shoulder. I also have concerns around this offensive line. I realize they are healthier than they were before, but Kelly's still missing.
Hastings College Volleyball is on the air. Hastings College Volleyball is brought to you by 5 Points Bank of Hastings, the better bank. By High Street Insurance Partners. By Highland Dairy, locally made, naturally delicious. By Mary Lanning Healthcare, your care, our inspiration. By Pepsi, and by the Runza Restaurants. Now, let's go to the court for today's game.
And welcome back, everyone, to Hastings College Volleyball here on the Extreme Sports Network and on the Great Plains Athletic Conference Sports Network. Tyson Everonic with you. GPAC Volleyball as we hit crunch time here in the regular season. And for several teams here sitting at tied for 8th, it is certainly crunch time indeed. An opportunity to take that 8th spot here tonight up for grabs as the Hastings College Broncos take on the Mount Marty Lancers. Good evening, everyone. Tyson Everonic with you, joined alongside Marcus Metcalf as we bring you the final home matchup for the regular season here for HC, here in the friendly confines of the Lynn Farrell Arena. It's a trunk or treat night with the athletic programs, all with their tables and candy. We did not do our part. We did not coordinate costumes or candy gathering efforts, so we will just bring you some great volleyball, and that's what we have on tap here for this evening as Hastings College gets set to square off here against Mount Marty. Let's take a quick picture at the Great Plains Athletic Conference as you have a 4-way tie essentially with the 8th spot. Doane sitting with a conference record of 3-10. Mount Marty sitting with a conference record of 3-10. Briar Cliff, Hastings College, with Hastings College and Mount Marty playing each other. That would be a game in hand potential here to move up into that 8th position. Meanwhile, Doane is playing St. Mary's tonight, and Briar Cliff is taking on Northwestern. So if results go the way the Bronco faithful hope, HC could be sitting in a potential spot with 2 matchups remaining to make that conference tournament bid. Let's take just a look here at some of the players and some of the names we're going to be focused on, if that's going to be the case for HC here tonight. McKenna Suter, who has had an incredible sophomore season, leading the Hastings College Broncos in kills with 229. The sophomore pin, 5'10", sophomore from Moreno, Colorado. Elsa Bene also has been one of the key focal points offensively, coming in from the outside, a junior from the Netherlands with 186 kills so far on the campaign. But Mount Marty, they've got plenty of offensive firepower of their own. 2 players with over 200 kills, both here from the state of Nebraska, homegrown Nebraska talents, with Caitlin Gunther, the sophomore, 6-foot sophomore from Crofton, 241 kills. She's actually in the top 10 in the conference leaderboard, and then followed by Jaya Wachholtz, the 5'9" sophomore outside hitter from Pierce. And then a good distributor of the volleyball. If you've got 2 great attacking options, you're going to need a good distributor of the volleyball, and they do in their setter with senior Julia Weber here for her senior season, the 5'7" senior from Emory, South Dakota. So those are just some of the players that we'll be keyed in on as we get underway here tonight from the Lynn Farrell Arena. Hastings College Volleyball here on the Extreme Sports Network. Lone show in town. Still a chance to get the kids, bring them all dressed up, and get out here to the Lynn Farrell Arena, and let's pack this place because it'll be a pretty exciting volleyball matchup here, and a good way to send this team off with a lot of momentum heading into what certainly is going to be a rigorous week down the stretch here in the GPAC Conference. Take a quick break here on the pre-match show. When we come back, we'll get some thoughts with my broadcast partner, Marcus Metcalf, as we get set to go Hastings College, Mount Marty. And it's tonight on the Extreme Sports Network.
I became the manager about 1.5 years ago. Now what I get to do is, as the manager, I get to support my nurses and continue to help them grow and develop into fantastic nurses that give exceptional care. The favorite part about my job is being able to round with those patients and hear how great my nurses are. They say, oh, so-and-so was great, and talk about the great care that they are providing to them. I just love the impact that nursing can make. That's why we do this job. It's for those positive outcomes. It's for those miracle stories. It's for the relationships that you build and the heartache that you feel for these families, but yet the triumphs that they have at the end. And they get to hold their baby because of the care that we provided here. And that's just incredible to me. And that's the whole reason I became a nurse. Mary Lanning Healthcare. Your care, our inspiration.
You are listening to Hastings College on Extreme Sports.
And he is in for the pick six.
With Tyson Havronik.
Back here from Lynn Farrell Arena as we continue to count you down towards first serve here tonight. Hastings College and the Mount Marty Lancers. And before we get set for first serve, let's go ahead and get some quick thoughts here on the pre-match show from my broadcast partner Marcus Metcalf. Two teams sitting in a four-way tie for an 8 spot. Still plenty to play for here in the latter season of the GPAC volleyball season.
Yeah, it's the playoffs before the playoffs,
right?
I mean, this is your season. I mean, if you want to advance to the GPAC Final 8 of the tournament, this is now you got to pretty much win your next 2 games if you're one of these 4 teams that we mentioned that are tied at 3-10 in the conference. So it's pretty much win or go home for these 4 teams.
Been a season that has had certainly some highs and lows and certainly some talking points. One of those talking points being just a week ago, changing of the guard, bringing in Casey Krolikowski to lead this team for the rest of the way. We saw it Saturday, just a little bit of a spark, that changing of the guard and some new ideas and getting back to what we've seen from Hastings College in the past. They put that all on display in that 3-set and that 4-set matchup last week. So this is a good volleyball team that's playing with a lot of momentum right now.
Yeah, they are, and it's a good fit for her because she was a tremendous athlete here when I was even here. I think she was a couple years ahead of me, but she played very well while she's here, and I think it's a terrific fit for this Hastings College bunch.
We'll go ahead and get things underway as soon as we return. It's the Hastings College Broncos, the Mount Marty Lancers, and it's on the Extreme Sports Network.
Did someone say ice cream? It's time to chill out this summer and make your favorite Dairylicious dream come true. Whether you are craving ice cream, yogurt, cottage cheese, tangy dips, or all of the above, Highland is bringing the savings to satisfy those cravings guilt-free. Visit highlanddairy.com/savings to scoop up coupons, try new recipes, and spin for a chance to win fun prizes. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
Hi, this is Terry Anstein, President, 5 Points Bank of Hastings. On behalf of our shareholders, directors, and staff, I would like to thank all of our great customers for helping us become the fastest growing bank in Hastings. I would also like to invite everyone in the Hastings area to stop in and visit with one of our bankers and learn how we can be your bank for the long run. Locally owned, locally managed, 5 Points Bank, the better bank. Member FDIC.
I'm John Butler, Funeral Director and Owner at Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the Advanced Funeral Planning Specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or a unique memorial service, our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
At High Street Insurance and Financial Services, we are agents of change. We believe life is full of new opportunities, and we guide you forward with strength and confidence so together we can build stronger, more resilient communities, illuminating the path ahead, where opportunities are always within reach. We do it for all our futures. High Street Insurance and Financial Services, located at 3606 Cimarron Plaza, Suite 280 in Hastings.
Check it out.
Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
Welcome back to Lynn Farrell Arena. Tyson Nevronic, Marcus Metcalf with you. Let's meet the starting lineups here for tonight's matchup with the Hastings College Broncos and Mount Marty Lancers. First for the Mount Marty Lancers, again, senior setter from Emory, South Dakota, number 2, Julia Weber, 4th in the Great Plains Athletic Conference in assists on the season. Then it's number 5, Addison Indall, the 5'6" junior outside hitter from Burke, South Dakota. 5'7" defensive specialist from Sioux Falls, Kate Tollinger getting the start. Then it's Caitlin Gunther on the outside, the 6-foot sophomore from Crofton, 241 kills, 9th in the GPAC so far on the season. Lexi Eckloff, a 5'10" sophomore middle hitter from Fordyce, Nebraska. Then a 5'11" senior outside hitter from New Underwood, South Dakota, Gabby Miller. And 5'9" outside hitting sophomore from Pierce, J.O. Wachholz, with 204 kills on the campaign. Meanwhile, for the Hastings College Broncos, it's Elsa Bene once again getting the start, the talented 6-foot junior out of the Netherlands, an outside hitter with 186 kills so far on the season. Lainey Benson, the homegrown libero, 5'2" sophomore getting the start. Kaylee Olson, the 5'9" sophomore pin hitter from Doniphan. And then Clarissa Dowdy, who has had a very impressive freshman campaign from Broken Bow, 5'9" pin-hitting freshman, getting the start. McKenna Suter, the 5'10" sophomore middle, with 229 kills on the season. Senior setter Alexis Pontine from Ignacio, Colorado. And Fran Warson, the 5'8" freshman from Belgium, getting the start here for Casey Krolikowski and the Hastings College Broncos. Mount Marty, coached by Sophia Pays, as we get set to get underway here tonight. Broncos and Lancers. Again, Tyson Nevronic, Marcus Metcalf with you here on the Extreme Sports Network. Halloween, I don't know what we were thinking. None of us coordinated our efforts here for the broadcast, and neither of us are in costume, and neither of us have any candy, and really to start off the broadcast kind of feels like a failure. Where was the memo?
Well, we're kind of dressed. We're dressed as radio guys. So, I'll count that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking at all the costumes around, and there's a lot of people around the outer ring here. I think all the sports teams are getting all the tables set up with candy for the little kids to pick up. And, no, like you mentioned, Skittles is your favorite. Like I said now, Hershey's milk chocolate. And if anybody's listening, hand those down to me, will you?
Hershey's milk chocolate. When you're trying to do a broadcast, you'll have it all over the place, Marcus. Come on. Let's get set to go here. Broncos and Lancers for Hastings College. They're going to be in the traditional crimson jerseys, black shorts. They've got the white numbers. Meanwhile, for Mount Marty, the navy jerseys, navy shorts, and with the yellow numbers. As Hastings College will be moving from right to left, Mount Marty from left to right, as we see things here from the commentary booth. Yeah, good crowd on hand in the upper rim here at the Lynn Farrell Arena, and should make for a pretty fun atmosphere of some GPAC volleyball here tonight. So strap in, get ready to roll, as it'll be Hastings College and Mount Marty. Crunch time in the Great Plains Athletic Conference standings. A lot of eyeballs on these matchups, especially as we get late on into the season, especially if you're Doane or if you're Briar Cliff and you're trying to keep an eye on and doing a little scoreboard watching. Always a fun time of the year in crunch time, and again for Hastings College after the start and the injuries as well. I mean, that's another thing that we haven't brought up enough times is, you know, they had a starting 6 at the beginning of the year. They thought that that roster was going to look like. You have a knee injury to sophomore Micah O'Neill. You've got an injury to London Carnes, and all of a sudden, you know, some players had to step up into some different roles that maybe they were not ready to hit at the beginning of the season. And so to be able to continue to battle your way towards a conference postseason spot, That's great to see, and we should see a fun battle here tonight as Mount Marty comes swinging away here on the opening set. It'll be a tip try here from Elsa Bene off to the left side. Defended well. Mount Marty gathers. Sends over a free ball here for HC. Pontine sets up. They'll look to go Olsen in the middle. Olsen with the finesse try. And defended well. Sent in and down from Gabby Miller. Gabby Miller coming in from the right side. Sends that one right down the line. And Mount Marty has the first points here of the evening. So Lancers out to the 1-0 lead. And serving now Julia Weber. The senior from Emory, South Dakota, as Elsa Bene goes swinging away cross court. Defended and sent back over. Lainey Benson with a high pass back Bene's way. Bene sends back row. Defended. Left side attack now coming from Mount Marty. And the kill down from Jaya Wachholtz. Jaya Wachholtz adding to the Mount Marty tally. 2 kills. And a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, left side pin placement's going to be crucial here for Mount Marty.
Weber into the net. Service error gives it to the Broncos, and Alexis Pontine now into serve. Maya Barnes coming in for Fran Warson. In the GPAC Sports Network of available spot to watch, as is the Extreme Sports Facebook page, YouTube page. We're streaming on Twitch tonight as well, as we have a little perspiration on the court that we will try to clean up, some condensation. Alexis Pontine in to serve here from the right side. As the senior sends it towards the back row. Defended by the libero, tipped towards Blaney Benson. Pontine now setting middle. Olsen fires away. Was there a tip? Corner judge originally looked like he wanted to call a tip and then said, I didn't see anything. No tip. Sock goes long. 3-1. Don't fake me out like that, man. Here's the jump serve towards the back row. Bene goes around. Nice pass there from Barnes to get it into Bene here on the left side. Now sent over from the right side. Benson on the up. Pontine over to Barnes. Barnes sends it long. Maya Barnes was the big story in our Saturday matchup where it was just a block party. Hastings College in that third set could have put some Legos together with as many blocks as they had in that matchup. It was really good to see their success at the net. Got to keep that going, but need a side out first. Gabby Miller with a little tip try off the fingertips of Elsa Bene, and it's a 5-1 lead here early for Mount Marty. Serving for the Lancers, Jenna Schweitzer. Up from McKenna Suter in the back row. They'll fire it around to Bene, and she terminates that one with authority. Put that one on a radar gun as that had some smoke on it, and Haley Whitmarsh comes in to serve.
That was beautifully timed, beautiful rhythm.
Bene with the kill to get the side out. Whitmarsh now into serve, trailing 3. Lancers setting up middle. Blocked by Olsen towards the back row, kept alive. Now Suter moves over to the left side. Swings away, defended well, tries to go cross court, not enough on it. That's Addison Indahl that tried to put that one in the corner pocket and couldn't quite get the placement down. And now the Broncos just trailing by 2. Sophomore Whitmarsh to serve. Plenty of youth still on this Hastings College volleyball team. And Whitmarsh drops one in for an ace. Mount Marty on their back heel. Didn't see it, and Whitmarsh just dropped in a little floater. That had no English on it whatsoever. That was just a dead ball that dropped in, and now it's 5-4. See what Whitmarsh does here. Goes middle, up by the libero, swung around, right side. Easy kill for Gabby Miller. The libero, Kate Tollinger, heading back to serve here for Mount Marty. 6-4. Your score here early in the first. Tollinger serve. Up by Suter. Pontine gets it to Olsen. Olsen swings from the middle. Kept alive. Now left side. Tipped and down off the fingertips. Pontine wanted to put that one up in the air for a teammate, and it just rolled off the back of the hands. 7-4 Lancers. What is that? Is that a Pepto-Bismol bottle walking up there? Is that what that is?
Looks like it.
I'm fascinated by the costumes here on display at Lynn Farrell Arena. Left side attack, blocked back down by Olsen and Barnes. Now right side this time, high up from Whitmarsh. Pontine passes over to Suter. Suter goes down the line, off the hand and down. The team leader in kills on the campaign adds another. 7-5, Broncos trailing 2. Madison Navete into serve.
I like the Fred Flintstone costume that's up there. Caught my eye.
Yabba dabba doo. Low line drive serve from Madison. Right side attack, cross court, tip from Clarissa Dowdy and down. Back row playing just maybe a skosh too far. Couldn't quite get to that in time. As Benson will get ready to check in, as will Kaylee Olsen.
Yeah, that was a nice job for the tip there, the soft spot, and a little bit of a zone there, and Mount Marty was able to capitalize on that.
8-5. Gabby Miller serving. Miller, high jump serve. McKenna Suter getting into the wheelhouse there of Alexis Pontine, but the ball blocked back down from the middle. As that was Caitlin Gunther rising up to get to that one. And it falls in front of the net, 9-5, 4-point lead here for Mount Marty. Jump serve, back row, Suter. Pontine right back to McKenna. McKenna goes off the top of the net. Off the top of the tape, I should say. Mount Marty's going to have to send over a free ball. Benson, Pontine, Barnes. Barnes sends it long. Barnes wants the touch, didn't get it. 5-point Lancer lead. Good execution, good distribution of the volleyball, and just couldn't quite get that shot to fall. Got to get Gabby Miller here off this service line. She's going on a little bit of a run here, and Suter tries for the finesse play. 11-5, and we're going to get a timeout. Try to stall the Mount Marty momentum. They lead at 11-5 here in the first. You are listening to GPAC Volleyball here on the Extreme Sports Network. We're back after the break.
Brandon is super pumped about Runza.
Runza is so sweet.
Especially all their desserts.
Oh, those are the sweetest.
Chocolate, vanilla, and twist ice cream cones, 4 flavors of shakes, chocolate chip cookies, and ice cream sandwiches.
Literally sweet.
Aw, I love your enthusiasm.
Well, I love Runza.
So sweet of you. Come satisfy your sweet tooth. Because from the way we make it to the way it makes you feel, Runza makes it all better.
Welcome back to Extreme Sports, your exclusive home for Hastings College athletics.
Back here on the campus of Hastings College, Lynn Farrell Arena. Tyson Nevronic, Marcus Metcalf with you. GPAC Volleyball on the airways here this evening. Final home contest for Hastings College of the season. Senior night festivities last Saturday. Now trunk or treat with a packed house tonight. As the shot from the middle goes long, and it's a good use of the timeout, as that'll stall the Lancer momentum. Caitlin Gunther sends it long, 11-6, back to a 5-point Lancer lead. Now we'll see if Fran Warson can start the Broncos on a little bit of a run. The freshman from Belgium has always been one of the Broncos' better servers and has really come along at the set roll as this campaign has gone along here this evening. Nice one-armed up there from Fran. Kept alive. Here's a pass towards the right side. Swung away there from Cameron Ringsdorf, and it's going to be into the net on Mount Marty. 7-11. It's not just a convenient score, it's a score on the board. Broncos trailing by 4. Warson serve, back row, too much on it. As it goes long in 12-7. 5-point Lancer lead.
In games like this, Tyson, you just don't want to get those to start mounting too, especially when you're in a playoff race to advance your season.
Here is a pop serve coming in from Adeline Indahl, and one set with authority from Suter, but comes back over the net. Benson's forced to play it. Now they go middle, and this time Clarissa Dowdy gets her first kill of the night as they do a good job of distributing the volleyball and continuing to keep that defense guessing in terms of where that ball is going, and Dowdy gets the kill. Now a 4-point lead here for HC. Suter into serve. Off Tollinger, the libero. Chased after, sent over, free ball for him. Here we go. Suter, Warson, Benet, and this off the hands, and it's going to go wide. A kill for Elsa Benet, and 12-9. You mentioned the errors department, and in the previous matchups that we have had so far, that was a very concerning number, was just the amount of errors when you took a look at the stats between the two teams. We cleaned that up last Saturday, and then that was one of the glaring stats where they almost doubled up, or don't almost, doubled up Hastings College just in terms of the errors. So they played clean volleyball this weekend. See if we can continue that. This ball goes long, and I would love to put that one in the magnifying glass and see that up close. That was awfully close. 13-9. Your vantage point?
Yeah, the same thing, because we're right here about net high, and it's looked like almost close to a tip.
4-point lead here for Mount Marty with Hayden Hofer into serve. Elsa Benet goes with a little finesse play here at the net. Mount Marty swings it around right side, off the block and down. Kill for Julia Weber. Weber, normally getting into the assist category, decides to go ahead and swing away from the right side. 14-9, 5-point lead here for Mount Marty. Hofer serve towards the back row. They'll set middle. Clarissa Dowdy sends it towards the Lancers defense. They work and get it over. Now right side shot from Ringsdorf, and that's too much on it as it goes long. Now 15-9, 6-point advantage for Mount Marty here early on in the first. Midway through the first, I should say. Hofer serve long. Service error. Now see if the Broncos can take advantage with Lainey Benson, the sophomore from right here in H-Town. Wearing the white libero jersey, here serving from the left side. Benson serve, dropped in there. They'll work around right corner. Firing back row, McKenna Suter's there. Benet blocked back down, nicely done by Olsen. They'll go back to Benet. Benet with a little bit more gas on it this time. They joust at the net, and Ringsdorf's going to win it. 15-11. Nice heads-up play from Cameron Rings Tape to put it back home.
Yep, it's those plays just like that. Those rallies you need to win.
Benson. Jump serve. Up. Back pass, right side. Nice corner shot there from Julia Weber. Weber, 2 kills here in this first set. And couldn't have walked over to that spot and placed the volleyball down any better. She puts it perfectly into the corner pocket. And it's a 16-11 lead. Julia Weber with the kill now gets to serve. Here from Mount Marty, just over the tape. Trouble. Fran Warson, pass to Ringsdorf. Ringsdorf finesse, down in the donut hole. Thank you very much. Cameron Ringsdorf, 2 kills during her rotation. As Alexis Pontine set to serve. Olsen and Barnes, Benet, Suter, Benson and Pontine on the floor here for HC. Setting middle, winding up off of Benson and down. Big kill there from Gabby Miller, the 5'11 senior. Brings that lead back out to 5. Largest lead has been 6 for the Lancers. As they serve towards the back row. Here is a joust at the net. Barnes going to have to pop this back over to Elsa Benet. Benet goes cross court and down. Nice decision from Amaya Barnes to get it right back in the wheelhouse of Elsa Benet as she's starting to heat up here in the first. Out on rotation, in comes Haley Whitmarsh. Pontine getting some instructions from CK. 4-point Lancer lead. Broncos looking to rally late here in the first. Serves back row, middle, Barnes, nice pop high into the air. Pontine goes around to Suter. Suter goes right down the line. Mount Marty now from the right side, trying for the corner off of Whitmarsh. Whitmarsh couldn't quite angle that one back in. And it's 18-13, back out to a 5-point lead. Nice job from Mount Marty to just keep the Broncos at bay, not letting them sneak back in, despite 2 big side outs. Tollinger on the serve, the libero here from Mount Marty. There's Amaya Barnes trying to go cross court, popped up into the air. High pass, now they're working left side. Whitmarsh is there, Pontine, they work to Suter. Suter grips and rips, fires it at libero, gets another shot, and right back to her. Second time of asking, McKenna Suter sends it home. 18-14, back to a 4-point lead.
She's like, I'll take that ball. If you're going to give me a second chance, I'll just send it back where it came from.
Off the hands, too strong, back over the tape. Suter said, thank you very much. Madison Navarte now in to serve. Serves it wide. 19-14, 5-point Lancer lead. Back-to-back service errors from Madison, who came in as the Broncos leader in serving percentage. Jump serve. Suter, Pontine to Clarissa Dowdy, and that one is blocked back as that's blocked from Caitlin Gunther. 2014, 6-point advantage, and CK calling a timeout. Timeout on the floor. Let's take one with them. Lancers trying to put the Broncos in the rear view here in the first. 6-point advantage at 20-14. We're back with more Hastings College volleyball right after this.
For all of your professional, residential, and commercial cleaning services, call the trusted experts at B&B Cleaning Pros of Hastings. They have been in business for over 4 years, delivering professional services one clean at a time. Reclaim your time and enjoy a healthier, fresher home with a call to B&B Cleaning Pros. Their meticulous cleaning professionals handle everything from routine upkeep to intensive deep cleans, tailored perfectly to your schedule and needs. They focus on kitchens, bathrooms, high traffic areas, dust removal, and floor care. Give them a call at 402-519-4602. Stop in at 123 North Lexington in Hastings or visit them at bnbcleaningpros.com.
You are listening to Hastings College on Extreme Sports.
And he is in for the pick six.
With Tyson Hevronic.
Tyson Hevronic, Marcus Metcalf with you here from the Lynn Farrell Arena. Hastings College volleyball on the stream tonight. And a big kill coming after a timeout from McKenna Suter. Right in the wheelhouse, and she hammers it home. 20-15. Broncos picking up both side outs after a timeout here in the first. No timeouts left. And still a lot of ground to cover. Trailing 5 here late. But the freshman Fran Warson in to serve. It's a low line drive serve towards the back row. Left side attack coming. Nice shot from Julia Weber into the back row. Whitmarsh stays with it. Gets it back to Suter. Suter tries to go to the corner. Whitmarsh one-handed up. Benson dives. And good hustle from the Broncos, but the ball falls to the ground. 21-15. And another kill from Julia Weber, who has done a really nice job off that left side here for the Lancers here tonight. 21-15. Addison Indall in to serve. Soft serve. Whitmarsh diving in to keep it alive. Tip play from McKenna Suter. Now sent back row. Whitmarsh is there. Swings it over to Fran Warson. Warson back to Suter. Suter goes cross court. Then McKenna Suter with a kill. Good concentration. And what you really like, Marcus, is the communication on that Hastings College volleyball team. They were talking the entire time.
Yeah, they were. And that's what sets up for success. And found a roll shot like that off the side of her hand. Found the cross court shot for the point.
Suter now into serve. Serves right down the line. Tollinger is there. They set middle. And that's blocked down. Clarissa Dowdy and Elsa Bene teaming up for the block. 21-17. 4-point Lancer lead. Broncos trying to rally late.
Closest deficit it's been since the beginning of the beginning of the set.
Suter, corner, right side. Suter on the up in the back row. Fran Warson passing to Ringsdorf. Ringsdorf sending one down. It's a tip, and now it's 21-18, and a 3-point Lancer lead. Mount Marty looking over at that bench. There's the timeout call. Figured it was coming. Lancers trying to stop the Bronco rally. A good rally late. Broncos erase a 6-point deficit. It's now 3. 21-18 in the first. Back with more Hastings College volleyball right after this.
If you experience heating problems this winter, call the experts at Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning of Hastings. Ruts is a locally owned family business with over 45 years of experience in the HVAC industry. They service all makes and models of heating and cooling equipment for both residential and commercial customers. You can trust Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning to complete all repairs, installations, and maintenance work on time. If you're shopping for a new air conditioner or heating system, remember Ruts Heating and Air Conditioning. Call 402-463-4853.
Back at Lynn Farrell Arena, Tyson Ironic, Marcus Metcalf as the Atlanta Braves chant starts to echo around. As the Broncos try to rally, there's going to be a whistle. Mount Marty is going to be into the net. 21-19, 2-point Bronco deficit. Crowd starting to get into it as well. Student section, they're pumped. Suter towards the back row. And that's going to be a kill from Julia Weber off the hands of Clarissa Dowdy and Cameron Ringsdorf and wide. 22-19. Mount Marty now 3 away from taking the 1-0 advantage. Lancer still with a timeout. Broncos burned them both. Benet. Fran. Back to Benet. Benet finesse. Use the tape, why don't you? Just like she drew it up. Going to go right back to the coaching staff and say, that's what I planned the entire time. Soft hit, rolls off the tape and down.
Swish drew it up, wasn't it?
22-20. Benson now into serve. Right side shot coming, blocked back down off the hands of Indall, and the Broncos are within 1. 22-21. From down 6. To a late rally. Place is going to go berserk if Benson can tie it up. Diving up. Right side push towards the back row. Fran setting up Benet. Benet swings away and down. We're tied. 22-22. Timeout on the floor. Broncos have rallied all the way back. We are tied in the first. Another quick break, coming back with more HC volleyball right after this.
When the lights go down in Hastings, the party starts at the 2nd Street Slammer. It is more than a bar. It is your weekend headquarters for live DJs, cold drinks, and nonstop fun. Whether you are here to dance or just kick back with friends, there is always something going on. Big energy, friendly faces, and a night you will not forget. Open Thursday through Saturday at 2315 West 2nd Street. Do not just go out, go all out. Only at the 2nd Street Slammer.
You are listening to Hastings College on Extreme Sports.
And he is in for the pick 6.
With Tyson Havronik.
Back at Lynn Farrell Arena, 22-22. Hastings College rallying from down 6 to tie this baby up. And on cue, the student section getting vocal, getting into it. And these girls are loving it. Lainey Benson nearly dropping in an ace, just barely over. Now the Broncos trying to swing it around the antenna, and they do. Nice job from Elsa Benet from the odd angle, but that shot from the right side is going to get down. Julia Weber with another one that goes off the touch. 23-22. Lancers take the 1-point advantage. Now Weber into serve. Mandy Benson with a dive, and that's going to be an ace. Benson forced to react late and couldn't get it up high enough. Benet was late to react, 24-22. The miscue makes it set point. Here's Weber serving deep. Benet tries to push it towards the corner off the right hand of Weber, and down 24-23.
That ball was going out too, Tyson. That ball was, and Hastings College going to be lucky. That's about 3 or 4 times that HC has been given a gift with points because that ball was going out of bounds.
Use it, make them pay. Here's Pontine. Pontine from the right side. Drops one towards Wachholtz. They'll set Wachholtz. Benet with the block back down. Mount Marty falls to their feet. Hastings College going to send in McSuter from the back row. That goes wide. Wide, 25-23. Mount Marty takes the first. Spirited effort from HC to try to claw back into it, but the Lancers flex late and win the first by 2. 25-23, a 1-0 Mount Marty lead. Second set coming up. You're listening to Hastings College Volleyball and watching on the Extreme Sports Network.
Fall is here, and so is the season of color, coziness, and giving. At Bob Sass Flowers, we're celebrating autumn with gorgeous, fresh floral arrangements, beautiful fall home decor, and thoughtful, perfect gifts for everyone on your list. Whether you're sprucing up your home with harvest style, surprising a friend with a seasonal bouquet, or finding that one-of-a-kind gift, you'll fall in love with what we have in store. Come visit Bob Sass Flowers today and let us help bring the beauty of autumn home. Bob Sass Flowers, where flowers, home, and gifts meet the magic of fall. Serving the Hastings community since 1955. Located at 2618 West 2nd Street in Hastings.
Sundays are meant for relaxation and indulgence, and there is no better place to do it than at Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill in Hastings. Enjoy the Sunday brunch buffet from 10 to 2, where you will find an irresistible spread of breakfast favorites that will make your taste buds dance. Choose from fluffy pancakes to sizzling bacon, fresh fruits, and so much more. It is all you can eat and all you could ever want. Make your Sunday special with the brunch buffet at Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill on West 2nd in Hastings, right across the street from the water park. It is the perfect way to unwind and savor the flavors of the weekend.
You are listening to Hastings College on Extreme Sports.
And he is in for the pick six.
With Tyson Havronik.
Back here at Lynn Farrell Arena, Tyson Havronik, Marcus Metcalf with you. Hastings College Volleyball here on the Extreme Sports Network and on the GPAC Sports Network. Keeping our eye on Major League Baseball action as well. As a 2-1 lead for Toronto. Toronto starting with back-to-back jacks in the first. Kiki Hernandez adding one for the Dodgers to make it 2-1 in that game 5 through 3. They are now through 3 in game 5. Series tied up at 2 apiece, and a little bit of everything so far. We had a 18-inning marathon, followed up by a game that you really felt like the Dodgers were just going to take hold. You had all that momentum coming in after that 18-inning matchup, and Toronto said, nay. Vladimir Guerrero taking Shohei Ohtani deep, and it's been a fun watch, and now it's a best of 3.
Yeah, can you imagine how juiced that park will be? I believe they're going to play on Friday, if memory serves me right, for Game 6. If the score holds, can you imagine how loud that Toronto Blue Jay Stadium is going to be come Friday?
Should be popping. Serena here at Lynn Farrell has had its fair share of pops tonight. A late Bronco rally, but albeit falling just short, coming back from 6 down. Tied it up late, and Mount Marty took advantage and got the last 2 points, including the set point to take the 1-0 lead. They've got the 1-0 lead here as we come back with Jenna Schweitzler at the service line. Wetzler serve, Elsa Bene left side, off the hands of Weber, and it's a Broncos side out. Another kill for Bene. She's having an impressive matchup so far.
Yeah, it's a good time. Good time to have one, especially now you need to win two games in the next couple of days.
Haley Whitmarsh serving from the middle. Another soft serve. Punched over. Whitmarsh on the up Pontine with the pass. Gets to Olsen, and that one's down. Nice kill from the sophomore from Donovan Olsen, giving the Broncos the 2-1 lead. First lead the Broncos have had in the match. Mount Marty took the early advantage in the first, and again, Hastings College got it tied up, just like Mount Marty does here, with a little tip try from Gabby Miller to make it 2-2. Got it tied up, but could not grab the lead, so Mount Marty led all the way through the first. And here we are tied again after the early Bronco advantage at 2-1. Tollinger, the libero with the serve. Suitors there, Barnes pushing over the line. We're going to have a double hit. Yep. That's going to go on Amaya Barnes as she tried to push it up and over. 3-2. And Kate Tollinger at the line. Libero to the libero Benson. They work it around McKenna Suter. Tipped high up and just over. Olsen with a late reaction, and now swinging over is McKenna Suter off the block and down. 3-3. Good adjustment from the Broncos to be able to get that over to McKenna Suter. That was kind of just an awkward angle shot that was sent over from Libero, and they had to adjust on that play.
I say she couldn't have been any more tighter to that pin.
Addison Navarte, low line drive serve. Set back in the middle and slammed home right through the teeth of the Bronco defense. Caitlin Gunther, team leader in kills, 9th in the GPAC, coming through with a big kill there to make it 4-3 Mount Marty. Gabby Miller now into serve. At Suter. Pontine. Back to Suter. Suter goes cross court. Kept alive from Tollinger. Back row attempt. Kept alive, but finally getting through. Rattled around there like a pinball for a little bit, but ultimately gets by the paddles as Gabby Miller gets the back row kill.
And what a day she's having, too.
Gabby fires one at Haley Whitmarsh. Working around to Suter. Blocked back down. Pontine pushing it towards the back row. Forces Mount Marty to reset offensively, and that placed beautifully from the middle to the corner. The old take a picture celebration from Caitlin Gunther. She's got 2 kills in a row here for this Lancer offense, and it's a 6-3 advantage here for Mount Marty. Barnes, you bet. It's a quick offensive set there as they get the pass right to Barnes, and Barnes works from the right side. Now Fran and Ringsdorf checking in. Pontine. And Barnes out. 6-4. 2-point advantage here for Mount Marty. Fran Warson, the freshman, trying to get the Broncos back in it. Tollinger. Left side. Miller. Benson is there. McKenna Suter finding a soft spot in the defense. And McKenna Suter starting to warm up here from the left side. 6-5. Back to a 1-point Lancer advantage. As the freshman still serving. Goes corner. Set left. Miller. Or Weber, excuse me. Weber down the line and down 7-5. Indall now serving here for Mount Marty. Suter goes into the tape. Yep, not blocked. Goes into the net. 8-5. Indall still serving. Serve from Suter, set back over. Mount Marty with Hastings College out of rhythm offensively. And that's going to be another double hit. Back to back. Broncos are out of rhythm. CK wants to call a timeout. 9-5. Mount Marty with the advantage here in the second. It's Hastings College volleyball here on the Extreme Sports Network.
Family Medical Center of Hastings is the place to go for all your healthcare needs. Their team is trained to treat the whole person regardless of age. They provide a wide range of medical care, including acute care, routine health screenings, and treatment of chronic conditions. They're dedicated to providing you the best care in the most cost-effective manner. Family Medical Center, as an independent clinic, has served the community for over 65 years. Your family's home for healthcare. 1021 West 14th Street. Proud to support all area student-athletes.
You are listening to Hastings College on Extreme Sports.
And he is in for the pick six.
With Tyson Havronik.
Back here on the Extreme Sports Network, Tyson Havronik, Marcus Metcalf with you from the Lynn Farrell Arena. 9-5 Mount Marty with the advantage. They lead at 1-0 on the scoreboard. 3-1 your score in the World Series as Toronto has taken the 3-1 advantage. As they pick up a sac fly in the top of the fourth, there's 2 down in Game 5. We'll continue to keep tabs on that contest. Light night elsewhere in sports. Not a whole lot going on.
You gotta love this time of year, though. You got football on every single night of the week. To Thanksgiving weekend, you gotta love it.
Go ahead. Finish your thought. There's Laney Benson getting it up and over. Here's right side shot. Fran Warson on the up. Whistles blow, and into the net goes Hastings College, 10-5.
Yeah, just the mistakes now are just kind of mounting a little bit for HC, and not in fact only the first time, all 3 timeouts they've used in the first set and a half that they haven't scored after the timeout.
10-5, Mount Marty with the 5-point advantage. Here's Suter. Suter swinging away off the top of the tape, and now it jumps to the net, and they're going to say that Hastings College went over. 11-5. I believe that's 4 consecutive errors on Hastings College.
Yep. Yeah, she was way over the net.
Yep. Drop serve, dive to keep it alive from Cameron Ringsdorf. Swinging hard, right side, set too long, 12-5.
Man, those serves are just like sometimes like my golf shot, my flop shot I put, it just dives at the last moment, and it's working for perfection.
12-5. Lancers with the advantage. Suiters blocked. Pop back up. Ringsdorf takes a swing at it. Blocked back into play. They'll work right side, push back over. This is going to essentially work as a free ball here for Mount Marty, and they do not miss. Swinging towards the back row. Benson chasing, and Ringsdorf sends over. It's another free ball for Mount Marty. Good job from Hastings College just to rally to keep that alive. Benson still keeping it alive. They'll work left side. Now Suter off a couple hands. There is Tollinger. Back row attempt coming off of Whitmarsh. Here's a long rally. HC needs this point desperately. Suter down the line, kept alive. Back to Mount Marty, right side, cross-court shot. Whitmarsh is there. Ringsdorf now from the right side, blocked back into play, and finally down. Blocked back from Caitlin Gunther, and that long rally goes to the Lancers, and that's a big deflating point if you're HC.
Yeah, everything you need right now. You need every rally you can win, every way you can find a point you need, and it's just falling right now for Mount Marty.
13-5, nearly an ace. Nice recovery from McKenna Suter. Sent back over from Ringsdorf. Here's a right side shot, blocked back down. High set, miscommunication, free ball HC. Use it, ladies. Middle. And Clarissa Dowdy shoves it off a couple fingertips and out. Big HC points, 13-6. A lot of ground to cover if you're Hastings College, but go ahead and get that started now. Drops it in for an ace. Mount Marty playing too far back off the line. We're screaming out, and that sneaks in there for an ace serve for McKenna Suter. First ace serve for the Broncos here tonight. 13-7. Suter down the line, pushed over. Fran Warson high up into the air. Laney Benson on the up. Ringsdorf swings away, blocked back down. Nice up from Benson, chases. Ringsdorf passes back to Suter. Suter swings away, back row. Right side attack coming here from Mount Marty, and that's Julia Weber who gets that one to fall. 14-7 here in the second. Mount Marty leading by a touchdown. Aiden Hofer, 5'6" freshman from Emory, South Dakota. Now in to serve. Warson, Benet. Benet kabooms it, but it's kept alive from Mount Marty. Left side coming, and the block goes wide. Mount Marty adds another.
HC needs a side out. They need it bad.
Desperate. Yep. Desperately needs a side out. Benet, middle set. Mount Marty firing away and long. And into the net goes Benet. Timeout Broncos. 16-7. Lancers starting to flex a little bit here in the second, taking advantage of some Hastings College miscues. We're back with more Hastings College volleyball right after this on the Extreme Sports Network.
The Great Plains Athletic Conference is committed to being champions in the classroom, in our communities, and in competition. And we are also proud to be an NAIA 5-star Champions of Character Conference. To learn more about the GPAC, follow us on social media on Instagram, X, and Facebook. And watch the GPAC on the GPAC Network. The Great Plains Athletic Conference, academic and athletic excellence since 2000.
Welcome back to Extreme Sports, your exclusive home for Hastings College athletics.
Back with you here from Lynn Farrell Arena. Tyson Nevronic, Marcus Metcalf, Hastings College volleyball, brought to you in part by Mary Lanning Memorial Healthcare. Also by Mammoth Construction, by Highland Dairy, Pepsi, Butler Vollen Funeral Home, High Street Insurance, and 5 Points Bank. Broncos got to get back into rhythm. Got to start playing HC volleyball. Far too many points here, Marcus, in these first two sets. Far too many freebies given to Mount Marty.
Yeah, and they're continuing to mount, too, and HC needs to find a way to step on the gas pedal and find some points in a hurry.
Right side attack coming. Cross court it goes. Kill gets down. Julia Weber. Mount Marty just with too many options up at the front of the net right now, and they've got Hastings College defensively all out of sorts. 17-7, a 10-point advantage. As Fran Warson sets Benet, and Benet says, enough of this. Let's get the ball back and let's start serving a little bit. 17-8, Benet with a huge termination from the left side. You can tell that one had a little frustration behind it, I think.
That one had a little bit of mustard to it.
Laney Benson now in to serve, drops it towards the back row. Left side attack, Weber off of Fran Warson. Suter, Benet, free ball here for Mount Marty as they set middle off a tip. Benson is there, Warson with the set. Olsen sends it wide. Olsen appeals for a tip. They're not going to get it. 18-18, it's been that kind of night, folks.
Yeah, it's a night that you don't want now, especially you have one more game left.
It came in after the first, and the way they ended that first set, and you're thinking, okay, we've regrouped, we're going to be ready to roll, and then just too many errors here in the second. Big hole that Hastings College is going to have to dig out of here on Trunk or Treat night.
We still haven't received any candy yet.
Nice pushover, beautiful play from Fran Warson. That was executed well as the senior setter gives a little fist bump to that freshman. Thank you very much. Alexis Pontine has made a career of that same play here at Hastings College. Pontine now into serve. Middle set off the block. Bodies scrambling. Free ball, Mount Marty, maybe. Nearly wasting it. Now has to go to the back row. There's McKenna Suter diving in front to keep it alive. Bene with authority. Elsa Bene, that ball had a family. Goodness gracious.
Her teammates are all laughing. That thing was on a rope.
19-10, Broncos trailing here by 9. Mount Marty in the middle, left side, and that one gets down. Dropped in right from the middle there from Gabby Miller, who rises up and gets it. Broncos trail by 10 now. 20-10. Again, a lot of ground to cover as Schweitzer comes in to serve here for the Lancers. That one goes off the tape from Olsen. 4 hits on the Broncos, 21-10 now. If you're HC, let's be realistic. How do you regroup and get the ladies ready to go for what will inevitably be a reverse sweep attempt here on the court tonight? Right side shot. One arm up. Barnes after it. Pontine after it. Pontine sends it over. Here's the free ball. Tollinger, middle, down. Lexi Eckhoff from the middle. .12 Lancer lead. Finesse, nothing doing. 23-10.
Yeah, how do you like you mentioned, how do you regroup here after set 2 and get yourself mentally to see if you can bounce your way back?
Do what I do most Monday mornings and just immediately hit the reset button after you get up. That's my Monday morning routine. You get up and say, you know what, we're just going to hit the reset button on this entire thing. 23-11, Broncos trailing. Whitmarsh in to serve. Really, it starts with how you end set 2.
Yep.
And I think these next couple points, do we fold or do we see a late rally again? And some spirited volleyball. Battle at the net. Sent over, blocked back down. Benson's there. Pontine, back row shot from Whitmarsh. Ball close to the net. Nice awareness from Kaylee Olsen to go up and get it. 23-12.
Yeah, see how much of a rally these Broncos can put together.
Well, you don't quit because you never know when you might find something that you can use for the next 3 sets. Just building some confidence, knowing you can get it past this Mount Marty wall with plays just like that. Olsen with a dump over and down in the donut hole. Mount Marty calling a timeout. They lead 10. Timeout on the floor. Let's take one with them. 23-13 here in the second. Mount Marty with the 1-0 advantage. You're listening to G-Pack Volleyball here on the Extreme Sports Network.
What is Mammoth? Excellent question. Mammoth is everything you need it to be. On paper, Mammoth is a modern master build firm dedicated to building the places where passion and community collide. We consult, create, and construct projects of every size. We are makers, movers, machine operators, artists, innovators, competitors, and builders. And there's nothing we can't do together.
Welcome back to Extreme Sports, your exclusive home for Hastings College athletics.
Back at Lynn Farrell Arena, 23-12. Right now, it's been more tricks than treats for Hastings College volleyball as they trail it by 10 here in the second. Trying to get some momentum and get ready to go for hopefully 3, 4, and 5 tonight. There's a set from Mount Marty, left side coming, nothing doing. Addison Indahl. Nice use of the timeout there from Mount Marty as they immediately get the side out and stop the Bronco run. Set point here for the Lancers. Addison Indahl. Nope. Kate Tollinger into serve. Left side from Suter. Up from Tollinger. Right side, punch try. Olsen to Pontine. Back to Suter. Suter's shot goes off the tape. Broncos can't get it around the wall. 25-13. Lancers win the second in decisive fashion. They're up 2-0 on the night. Third set coming up. It's Hastings College volleyball here on the Extreme Sports Network. When we come back, we'll break down the first 2 sets and get y'all ready for the third. You are listening to Bronco Volleyball tonight here on the Extreme Sports Network.
Looking for a night out that hits different? Head to the 2nd Street Slammer in Hastings, where the music is loud, the drinks are cold, and the vibe is always right. Shoot some pool, play some darts, or tear up the dance floor with live DJs spinning every weekend. Whether you are rolling in with friends or meeting someone new, the Slammer is the place where good times and late nights come standard. Open Thursday through Saturday. Come see why the locals call it Hastings' favorite weekend escape. That's 2nd Street Slammer, 2315 West 2nd Street. Let loose, live it up, slam into your weekend.
The Great Plains Athletic Conference is committed to being champions in the classroom, in our communities, and in competition. And we are also proud to be an NAIA 5-star Champions of Character Conference. To learn more about the GPAC, follow us on social media on Instagram, X, and Facebook. And watch the GPAC on the GPAC Network. The Great Plains Athletic Conference, academic and athletic excellence since 2000.
Welcome back to Extreme Sports, your exclusive home for Hastings College athletics.
Welcome back to the Lynn Farrell Arena. Through 2 sets, Mount Marty with the advantage 2-0 over Hastings College. 25-13, 25-23, 25-13. Let's go ahead and break inside the numbers here. Take a look at the offensive attacking. Right now, both teams equal in kills, but as we've mentioned, Marcus, the error category, big concern here through the first 2 sets. 16 errors on the Broncos through the first 2. Hitting percentage-wise, look at Mount Marty, 261 to the 111 for HC. Elsa Bene leads the Broncos with the attack in 7 kills. Julia Weber, who we thought would be used out of the offense more in kind of a setter role, has actually played into the attack quite nicely tonight here for the Lancers. She leads overall in kills with 8. And as far as the net play is concerned, 2 solo blocks for Caitlin Gunther, a solo block for McKenna Suter, 4 team blocks for the Broncos. But the big category, the attacking percentage, hitting percentage at 111 for the Broncos and 16 errors. That has to be the key focus, just playing smart volleyball and fundamentally sound volleyball here moving forward.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're going to highlight and underline that 16 spot there in the error category. That's at a time when you need to win a game and then win your next game coming up here in a couple of days when your season's on the line. Can't afford all these errors right now, and that's something you can probably do in the middle of the season, beginning of the season, but right now is not the time to do it. But that's why you play best of 5 for a reason in volleyball, and that's the greatest thing about it. You can lose the first 2 and come back and win the next 3, and HC has that opportunity to do that here tonight.
Broncos currently in a 4-way tie for 8th place in the Great Plains Athletic Conference standings. 2 games remain after tonight, where they hit the road to St. Mary and then hit the road to Midland on Tuesday, and that will be the conclusion of the regular season. So it's crunch time here for HC as the Broncos go to work, trailing 2-0 on the scoreboard. Lancers working things around here on the left side, sending one across towards the corner. Lainey Benson on the up. Fran Warson swings it around. Cameron Wingsdorf sends it cross court. Was there a tip? No. Kill goes wide. It's a 1-0 advantage here for Mount Marty.
They're trying to paint that line down the line, and it's just nothing working right now for HC.
Middle. Kill from Kaylee Olsen towards the corner. We're 1-1.
And nice job by Kaylee there to find the back corner there to get HC the first point. She was a pretty good athlete over there at DT, and it's been fun to watch.
1-1 here in the third. Mount Marty with the 2-0 advantage. Pontine serve just over the net. This one off the tape and wide. It's a 2-1 advantage for the Broncos.
The way the ball's been rolling for Mount Marty here tonight, I'm surprised that thing didn't land just straight down on the floor and on the line for a point.
They have got the benefit of the bounces so far. Pontine into the net. Service there. 2-2. Jenna Schweitzler, freshman from Pleasantdale. Here to serve from Mount Marty. Oh, Barnes fields if they get it over the net. It's going to work here for a big offensive opportunity for Mount Marty, and they don't miss. Addison Indall, I think Barnes got that one out of bounds, Marcus.
Yeah, I think so too. That ball was singling out of bounds. And, man, just tough hitting from Mount Marty.
Anything that can go wrong is going wrong right now. Here for HC, right side shot. Olsen blocked. That's going to drop.
Wow. Just one of those nights. And there's
a great song by the Eagles. I don't really like it when it happens in volleyball.
Yeah.
Here is a serve towards the middle to McKenna Suter. Pontine setting up to Bene, and Bene, I think she wants every single ball in that wheelhouse.
I mean, she's got the hot hand.
Yep.
And that's the only hot hand that's been for HC all night, and just keep feeding her the ball. It's like an NFL running back wants the ball all the time. Just keep feeding her the ball.
Mentioned if something works, keep doing it. Take note. Nebraska for Saturday. Here we go, right side, swinging away. Tip try. Pontine has to push this over. They're going to say it's a double hit. 5-3. Third double hit on the Broncos here tonight, and I can't remember a match, Marcus, where one has even been called on Hastings College this year.
No.
Just out of sync. Suter. Pontine. Back to McKenna. Blocked down. And teaming up for that, Gabby Miller and Caitlin Gunther. And now it's 6-3.
Errors piling up for HC, and Mount Marty's making them pay for it.
Barnes, right side. Kept up. Tollinger working around Benson. Nice job just to keep that baby alive. Olsen with the tip. It's sent back down. Pass back out. They're going to rework the offense here towards the middle. A little shove. Pontine with the tip to keep it alive. They work Sutter this time. One-handed up from Tollinger. And now left side attack. And down the line. Addison Indall. 7-3. 4-point advantage. Mount Marty. They leave it 2-0. A little ribbing from the student section to the corner judges here, who are also Hastings College students and are taking some flack. Suter finds the middle. 7-4.
There you go. That's been kind of working, too. Those little tip shots have been working about probably 50% of the time, 60% of the time, and it's been working for HC to see if they continue to roll with that, go with a little roll shot or a tip shot.
Madison Navarte now to serve. Coming into tonight's matchup is the team leader in serving percentage. You'd like to have her in this spot behind the line. That shot sent long, tried to shove it towards the back row. Mount Marty gives one to HC. Now Coach Gareth Luke coming out and giving some instructions here to Haley Whitmarsh. Gareth Luke, of course, put into this assistant coaching role following the promotion from Casey Krolikowski to interim head coach late in the season. Gareth Luke going to be taking over the men's volleyball program here this spring.
That'll be exciting to see something different. We don't see around this part of the country as men's volleyball. That's going to be exciting to see here on the HC campus.
Testament to the growth of the game. As we've got subs incoming. Olsen and Madison out. In come Dowdy. And Barnes. Pontine. Setting middle. Clarissa Dowdy. Shot blocked back down. Nice up from Barnes to get it to Suter. And it's off the block and down. Suter Swinging away from the left side, Fran and Cameron coming in. Out come Barnes and Pontine. And again, the reaction from Amaya Barnes off the block just to be able to get that. Maya Barnes isn't used to having assists in her scoring category, but that was a nice pass there to get it to your outside hitter. Left shot. Blocked, kept alive. Benson. Now to Suter. Suter off a couple fingertips. Sends Mount Marty chasing. Tipped over. Ringsdorf. Benson. Back to Suter. Suter shot blocked back down. Benson is there. Then now Suter swings away down the line. Chasing after it's Mount Marty. It's going to be a Hastings College point. 8-7. McKenna Suter starting to heat up here from the left side. But I've noticed Lainey Benson, from the libero standpoint, is also starting to really creep in and play that block to be able to get that up as quickly as possible.
Yeah, she's trying to go for that one quick hitter there in the middle or even on the left or right side.
Now, Whitmarsh, back row. Middle, down, in the corner. Beautifully placed from Caitlin Gunther. 9-7, Mount Marty with the 2-point advantage. Again, a pivotal matchup tonight here in terms of the Great Plains Athletic Conference standings. 3 games left to play, 2 after tonight, and 2 teams that are tied in that 8 spot going head-to-head. Hastings College appeals for a tip. They're not going to get it. Kill goes long. That's 3 or 4 times Hastings College has thought they've had a tip tonight.
And they haven't got a single one.
Not a single one. Fran, middle, Ringsdorf blocks and sent back by Whitmarsh. Mount Marty had to scramble there. They were already getting ready to celebrate the point. Here's Ringsdorf from the right side. HC's going to get it. Mount Marty thought they had the blocking down. Hastings College with a last-minute pushover from Haley Whitmarsh. Then they swing it around to the right side, and they end up getting the kill from Cameron Ringsdorf, 10-8.
And it's something like that. The little things just like that might spark a rally.
Still tight here midway through the third. Nice placement off the serve from Fran Warson. Warson now with the opportunity to set Bene. Bene rips and rips, fires it towards the corner, kept alive down the line. That's nicely done. Gaia Walkholtz and Hastings College was rotating over. They were expecting that to go cross court. Walkholtz late adjustment, sends it right down the line.
Yeah, they've been painting the lines pretty much all night long.
11-8. As Warson passes to Bene. Bene with a little finesse this time. Now right side off some blocks and down. That's going to be Julia Weber. 12-8.
Yeah, Warson's hurt. She is limping. When she came back down the first time, her ankle rolled on her, and I think that's what happened.
And CK noticing that's going to call a quick timeout. Timeout on the floor. Let's take one with them. 12-8 here in the third. Mount Marty with the 4-point advantage, and they lead at 2-0 on the board. Back with more Hastings College volleyball right after this on the Extreme Sports Network.
Sundays are meant for relaxation and indulgence, and there is no better place to do it than at Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill in Hastings. Enjoy the Sunday brunch buffet from 10 to 2, where you will find an irresistible spread of breakfast favorites that will make your taste buds dance. Choose from fluffy pancakes to sizzling bacon, fresh fruits, and so much more. It is all you can eat and all you could ever want. Make your Sundays special with the brunch buffet at Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill on West 2nd in Hastings, right across the street from the water park. It is the perfect way to unwind and savor the flavors of the weekend.
You are listening to Hastings College on Extreme Sports.
And he is in for the pick six.
With Tyson Havronik.
Back here at Lynn Farrell Arena, 12-8, Mount Marty with the 4-point advantage on Hastings College. Here through 2.5 sets of play. Hastings College going to get a big point after the timeout call. And they get the side out, make it 12-9. Lainey Benson coming back in. Fran Warson heads back out on the court. Just awkwardly stepping maybe on that foot. Still a little gingerly, but nothing too concerning. She's ready to go. As a shot from the right side goes right at Fran Warson. As they pick on the freshman. Warson, nice high pass to Bene. Blocked and out. Goes wide, make it 12-10.
Probably couldn't fit a hair as close as that ball was going
That
to
was
be
close.
in play. Yeah.
And the way the bounces have been going, I was getting ready to call it for Mount Marty there. Here's Benson, who misses that one completely. 13-10.
That's 5 service errors now for HC.
You were talking about your golf shot earlier. That one looked like mine. Just topped it a little bit. 13-10. Serve towards the back row. There's Warson setting up Olsen. Olsen swinging away from the middle. Back pass from Warson. Down the line we go with Bene. And a little soft shot. Ringsdorf sent scrambling. Fran Warson, high set. Gets to Bene. Bene swings away. Terminates that one as that one's going into the 6th row here at the Lynn Farrell Arena. And did it go into the trash can?
And knocked something over.
Nice. 13-11. Bonus point. You should get bonus points for that kind of shot.
I'm waiting for one right here in front of me with the McDonald's bag.
If it's fries that spill, we get a share.
Okay.
Back row, 13-11. Middle shot. Suter. Here's Bene. Bene tip try, finesse. Whistles blow into the net. Goes Mount Marty. 13-12. Broncos trail by 1.
Yep. Find a way. Just find a way. We've been saying with all of our sports teams we've called this year, and you just got to find a way. Whatever it takes.
13-12. Pontine serves back row. Little shot. That's going to get down from Addison Indahl as she grips and rips from the middle. Just seems to be a different rhythm offensively from Mount Marty and the options that they have to pick from, and doing a really good job distributing that volleyball. That one's going to go long for Hastings College. You thought that was in.
Yeah, it looked close from here. Unless it just caught the backside of that line.
15-12. Bene on the up. Pontine. Olsen tries to go to the corner. Tollinger, this pass is high and close to the net, and that's going to be tipped. Goes off of Benson. It was long. Benson couldn't get out of the way. 16-12, it's that kind of night.
Yeah.
You said it. Now time to regroup if you're HC. Trailing by 4, this is kind of crunch time. Bene shot blocked down, 17-12, 5-point lead.
And if you're CK, do you think about start using your last timeout yet?
Yeah, right now I do. 17-12, they have all the momentum. Benson, Pontine dump. Tollinger there to keep it alive. Battle at the net. That pass way too close to the net. And Mount Marty couldn't do anything with it, make it 17-13. Here comes Haley Whitmarsh now into serve. No timeout, but certainly some instructions being given. And we'll see here if Whitmarsh can't get the Broncos back into it here late in the third. There's an ace! That's a good way to start. Whitmarsh has dropped in 2 of those here tonight. She had the soft serve that dropped in earlier. Now adds the second. It was Whitmarsh, wasn't it, with the first day serve?
Yep.
Okay. Thought I was correct. Right side, off the tip. Benson keeps it alive. Suter now with a little finesse. Mount Marty pops it back out, going middle. Fires it back towards Haley Whitmarsh. Here's McKenna Suter, goes right down the line. That's kept alive by Weber. Left side into the net goes Indahl. 17-15. And this is why I'm not a coach. I would have used the timeout and burned it. Broncos say we don't need it. We get 3 straight points here. We're fine. Come on, Ty. Relax a little. 17-15. Broncos still with 1 timeout here in the third. Lancers with both. And got to assume that Coach Pays might be getting ready to use one here. Lainey Benson awkwardly is able to corral that into a pass somehow. Benson now with the up. Here is Suter. Suter firing towards the side. Kept alive on the cross-court shot. There's a tip shy. Barnes is there. To Pontine. To the middle. To Olsen. Blocked back down. Olsen pops it right back up. Pontine now tries to Suter. Suter goes down the line, and it's tipped off the hands of Julia Weber. Mount Marty now leads by just one. From a 5-point advantage to just one. This was 17-12 when the Broncos got the side out. And they're right back in it. Swinging off a couple fingertips. Pontine, Suter, grips and rips. Tollinger with the up. Right side attack coming down the line, and that's off the hand and down. Big side out from Indall, 18-16.
Snaps 4-0 run.
And after the 4-0 run, making sure the Broncos don't get discouraged while you still got some time to get right back in it and in a hurry. CK calling the timeout. 18-16. Lancers lead by 2. They lead 2-0 on the scoreboard. And we're back with more Hastings College volleyball right after this.
Family Medical Center of Hastings is the place to go for all your health care. The team is trained to treat the whole person regardless of age. They provide a wide range of medical care, including acute care, routine health screenings, and treatment of chronic conditions. They're dedicated to providing you the best care in the most cost-effective manner. Family Medical Center, as an independent clinic, has served the community for over 65 years. Your family's home for healthcare. 1021 West 14th Street. Proud to support all area student-athletes. You're listening to Hastings College Volleyball, exclusively on Extreme Sports.
Back with you at Lynn Farrell Arena. 18-16, Mount Marty on top of Hastings College. They lead at 2-0 on the scoreboard. Hastings College calls a timeout, looking to stop the Mount Marty momentum after they get a big side out after Hastings College really got back into this. This was a 17-11 at one point, now 18-16. And realistically, still anybody's set here late in the third as Suter swings hard towards the corner, kept alive. Mount Marty now off Benson. Pontine shoves it over and into the corner. Good vision from Alexis Pontine. The senior rises up and throws it into the corner. Broncos trailing by 1.
Yeah, great vision by Pontine. Saw that corner was wide open. She took advantage of it, making it an 18-17 ball game.
1 point lead here for Mount Marty. Madison Navarte at his serve. Madison's serve. Middle attack coming, blocked, but the block's going to go wide. 19-17. Those were getting down Saturday, and that's the difference. Those blocks were getting down Saturday. Oh, to see what that did with the crowd. Loved it. As Barnes was having a day. She hasn't quite found the angle tonight. 19-17. Broncos trailing by 2. Pontine, Dowdy sends it long. Fourth appeal for a tip tonight, and fourth time the officials say they didn't see nothing.
That's frustrating, too.
Yeah, it is. Suter blocked. Pontine racing over. Dowdy sending over a roll shot. Middle attack coming off the hands of Pontine and down. Caitlin Gunther gets the kill, 21-17. Broncos are out of timeouts. And that proves pivotal here.
Yep.
Can't get the bounces, can't get the calls. Too many errors in the first 2 sets. And that one not getting over from Pontine, and frustration starting to set in here for HC. Table was set.
Yep.
Table was set at the beginning of the matchup for this to be a really, really big 3-match game stand here for the Broncos down the stretch. You mentioned it, playoff volleyball being played in the regular season essentially for Hastings College, and now going to have to regroup as that one goes into the net. 4 hits for Mount Marty.
Yeah, like I said, it's like we said, tables are set, and you know what's in front of you, and that's the most frustrating part is when you have a night like this where nothing just seems like it's going your way.
It's the team that you're tied in the standings with that gets the extra game in hand. I mean, this is, they call in the Premier Leagues a real six-pointer. As this ball sent over towards the middle, Fran Warson is there. Laney Benson, left side attack coming from Suter, kept alive. Off the block, Benson recovers. Fran Warson back to Dowdy, and Dowdy taking a little frustration out on that volleyball, 22-19.
If that ball didn't hit her in the head, I don't know what it hit, because she must have got her hand up, because that thing was on a rope.
Just got her hand up in time. Late reaction. Fran drops it in. Ace serve. Mount Marty pulled off of it like it was going long, and it drops in. And after back-to-back points, Hastings College with some fresh life. Mount Marty noticing and wanting to stop the Bronco momentum in its tracks. Timeout called here in the third, 22-20. Mount Marty on top by 2. We're back with more HC Volleyball right after this on the Extreme Sports Network.
Check it out.
Introducing the new and improved taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar. Now more delicious. Zero never tasted so good. Try it now.
Check it out.
You're listening to Hastings College Volleyball, exclusively on Extreme Sports.
Back here from Lynn Farrell Arena, Tyson Abronic, Marcus Metcalf with you. 22-20, Mount Marty on top of Hastings College. Here in the third, they lead at 2-0 on the scoreboard. Blue Jays still on top of the Dodgers. They are booking. They are already in the bottom of the 6th inning. I guess every game feels like it's booking after you had an 18-inning affair in that World Series matchup earlier. Still a very realistic possibility with just a 2-run differential. 2-point differential here, 22-20. Broncos trying to rally late once again. They did it in the first. Mount Marty stepped on the gas in the second. Hastings College is back in it here in the third. A late rally. That kill coming from Cameron Ringsdorf. And now just a 1-point advantage, and it's been with the freshman here at the service line for HC. They picked up some big serves here from the international product from Belgium. Fran Warson, who has an ace serve on this run, sends it towards the back corner. Ooh, that's a lightning shot in the middle. Suter is there. Hastings College is able to get that over. That was anxious moments for the Broncos. Mount Marty now with the pass back. They're working right side off the block and wide. Good kill from Addison Indall. And so much to stay with on that play. I mean, from the Mount Marty probably thinking Broncos aren't even going to have a realistic chance to get that last one over to, oh, now we have to scramble and do it. 23-21. Mount Marty gets a big point. Suter swinging away. Back row. Right side attack coming off the block and down. Julia Weber having a day, leading the Mount Marty Lancers in kills, and now it's match point. Time to dig deep. Pop shot towards the middle. They'll set Suter. Suter gets a kill. Off the block and down. Bene's back in. And this, the big Bronco offensive guns with Suter and Bene. Clarissa Dowdy, Ringsdorf. All attacking options if you're HC. Still match point. Right side shot from Clarissa Dowdy. Mount Marty giving chase, and it gets down. Ping pongs off a couple Mount Marty Lancers. Broncos looking to equalize here on match point. Timeout's going to be called. We'll stay right here so you don't miss any of the action. 24-23. Just when you think they're out, they pull you back in. The Broncos are right back into this matchup, Marcus, and a really big discussion happening in both huddles right now. What are you talking about if you're CK and the Broncos?
Keep everything in front of you. if anything's close, go after it, because you don't need something like Mount Marty's done all night. Get these really close ones that hit the line and come away with a victory. So get anything that's close. Just no mental mistakes, and just do it. Do what you have to do best. And if it falls, if it doesn't, it doesn't.
Ringsdorf, Dowdy, Benet, Warson, Benson, and Suter on the floor here for HC. Neither team with any timeouts remaining. Broncos trying to equalize. This is match point 3 here for Mount Marty. Match point 2. And they do get the equalizer as Suter gets the ace. And we play on here at Lynn Farrell. Good fight for HC. 24-24. Suter, back row. Now Marty, right side. Off of Fran Warson towards the top of the net. Benson pulls it out. Benet fires towards the corner. Kept alive from Tollinger. Blocked back down. Set back up. Mount Marty gets it across. Laney Benson on the diving up. Here's Benet. Gets it through the block. Mount Marty scrambling. Right side shot here coming from Weber. Kept alive from Warson. Now Benson with a high pass. Ringsdorf tries finesse. Mount Marty keeps with it. Sends it down the line, but sends it wide. 25-24.
First lead for the Broncos when it was 2-1.
Set point, HC. After staving off 2 match points. McKenna Suter. Down off the back row. Left side shot. Off a tip. One-armed up by Suter to keep it alive. What a play. Now, Mount Marty onto the right side. Sends it wide. Hastings College comes back and wins the third. We will have more volleyball here on the Extreme Sports Network. A late rally and winner for Hastings College. Holding off 2 set points. Holding off 2 match points. And finding a way to keep this going. 26-24. Broncos win the third. We're back with the fourth right after this on the Extreme Sports Network.
Hi, this is Terry Anstein, President, 5 Points Bank of Hastings. On behalf of our shareholders, directors, and staff, I would like to thank all of our great customers for helping us become the fastest growing bank in Hastings. I would also like to invite everyone in the Hastings area to stop in and visit with one of our bankers and learn how we can be your bank for the long run. Locally owned, locally managed, 5 Points Bank, the better bank. Member FDIC.
Did someone say ice cream? It's time to chill out this summer and make your favorite Dairylicious dream come true. Whether you are craving ice cream, yogurt, cottage cheese, tangy dips, or all of the above, Highland is bringing the savings to satisfy those cravings guilt-free. Visit highlanddairy.com/savings to scoop up coupons, try new recipes, and spin for a chance to win fun prizes. Highland, locally made, naturally delicious.
Mary Lanning picks out people that are going to help support our mission and our values here at Mary Lanning. They want to recruit people that are continue to make us a strong organization and continue to provide that exceptional patient care.
There are people all around me constantly to support me in my personal life, but also in my career. People are always advocating for me to grow and to learn.
We're 2 sisters here that believe in Mary Lanning and the mission and values here, and we're going to continue to support this community for as long as we can.
You are listening to Hastings College on Extreme Sports.
And he is in for the pick 6.
With Tyson Havronik.
A little bonus volleyball for you after Hastings College wins the third to extend this matchup, 26-24. Coming back after facing match point on 2 different occasions. Let's go ahead and dive inside the numbers. Marcus, what jumps out at you on the stat sheet?
218 hitting percentage for Mount Marty, 123 for Hastings, a little bit better from the second to the third set. Just the errors are still kind of compiling here for HC. There was 8 errors in that set for HC and only 6 for Mount Marty in that third set.
So we play on. Again, offensive leaders right now. We're seeing a really good offensive performance from Julia Weber and Gabby Miller. Gabby Miller, especially in the third, went on a little bit of a run all by herself. She is the lone Lancer with double-digit kills at 10. Meanwhile, Elsa Bene and McKenna Suter really heating up there in that third set are the two leaders offensively for HC. Add in a couple ace serves, and Broncos are playing on. Trailing 2-1 now on the scoreboard, as Alexis Pontine will get set to serve here for HC. Left side attack coming down the line. They try to go cross court. Kill goes wide from Gabby Miller, and really all you need is just a little belief. A little belief. You come back and you get that. Staving off 2 match points. Yep. Dropping a couple ace serves. And maybe that was the spark the Broncos needed. That reverse sweep, still an opportunity here if you're HC. Elsa Bene. Back row. Here's Mount Marty swinging from the middle. Blocked back, kept alive. Left side, push try. One arm up there from Suter. Now Bene goes to the corner. Battle at the net. Joust. They're getting it around, but it goes wide of the antenna. And Mount Marty. Error gives it to the Broncos. 2-0 start here for HC with Pontine at the service line. Pontine jump serve. High pass off the block, and it gets down. Jay Wacholtz. Big kill for the Lancers, big side out. If you're Mount Marty.
Yeah, you mentioned just kind of have a little bit of belief. It's like what I talk about when we talk about our soccer matches.
Yep.
Just hang around enough. Just hang around. You'll find something.
Here's a free ball here from Mount Marty. HC out of sorts defensively a little bit on that serve receive. Now a shot down the line. Pushed over, Lainey Benson. Passes it over to Elsa Bene, but not quite on the tee, a little too high, and Bene's shot goes too far. It goes wide, it's 2-2. Gareth Luke talking with Lainey Benson, saying don't change much, you only missed that by an inch. Elsa Bene. Down the line. Blocked back from Barnes. Nice play at the net as they go up and greet Addison Indahl. And it's Amaya Barnes with a big block to get HC the 3-2 advantage.
Probably the easiest block she's going to have all night. That ball wasn't even hit hard.
Mount Marty tries the finesse. Barnes says, we'll dunk that right back home. Here's Haley Whitmarsh at the service line here for HC. Right side attack coming. Sent back. Tip try this time and down. Changing the attack strategy there onto the right side. Gabby Miller adds another. And she now takes the team lead in kills for the Lancers. 3-3. Left side, off the hands. That's going to be a kill for McKenna Suter. Watching an angry Pepto-Bismol ball screaming at a server is Halloween, man. That's all I can say.
When you say you've seen everything.
Here's Madison Navarte trying to drop one in. Nearly got the ace serve. Pushed back, sent back over from Barnes. Now Tollinger swings it around to the right. Tipped up. Popped up high into the air from Whitmarsh. They look to get it to Dowdy, and Dowdy can't get the angle down. 4-4. Watch, this is great. Watch this stuff from the student section. I'm loving it.
I've been watching them.
Gabby Miller set to serve. The Pepto-Bismol bottle just angry at the world right now. 4-4. Barnes shoving down the side. Kept alive. Sent back down. And over towards the net. Pontine has to pass it back out. That's blocked back down. Caitlin Gunther, the 6-footer from Crofton, rising up to meet Clarissa Dowdy. Dowdy can't get it up and over the block, and it's 5-4. Miller with the 1-point advantage here for the Lancers. Pontine. Suter, cross-court shot. Suter gets it to go. 5 alive.
Yeah, good timing there. Suter cross-court shot. She's been trying to working that all night, and she's finally getting something to go and getting a little bit of momentum back.
Fran Warson, freshman from Belgium, who had the big run in the third to put the Broncos back in it. It's now at the line. They had a shot long from Mount Marty, but Broncos into the net. They're going to get the Broncos into the net 6-5.
Yeah, it's like I said, stuff like that. Little mental errors, just like that.
Drop shot, back row. Morrison, high pass, Dowdy. Dowdy off the tip. Right side coming. Little push try here. That's from Indall. Now Suter sends it, rolls off the tape, falls on the Broncos side, 7-5. 2-point advantage for Mount Marty.
It's just, like we mentioned, it's just been like that all night long. Top of the tape, they'll find something.
7-5, 2-point advantage, drop shot. Dowdy's there on the up. They'll swing it around to Suter. Suter with a little finesse. Tries to go soft. Engdahl sends it with authority and launches it off the corner pocket and out. 8-5. Mount Marty, big kill for Engdahl. She's now into serve. Little floater, Suter's way. They'll work to Pontine, back to Suter, blocked down. Gunther. 2 big blocks here in the fourth for Caitlin Gunther, excuse me. And the 6-footer from Crofton is having some success at the net tonight. Another floating serve. Suter on the up. Pushed over. Dove from the back row. Right side, not enough on it. Engdahl knew it. Couldn't quite get to it. 6-9, now your score. Broncos making a substitute. Bene coming in. Also, Bene now adding to the attacking options here for HC. Got off to a great start, was really the Broncos' sole focal point offensively as that shot gets off the corner. Suter then came around and really in the third to join her as the 2 Bronco offensive leaders. But right now the Broncos got to stop the Mount Marty attack, as Mount Marty has now taken the 4-point advantage here midway through the fourth. Hofer on the serve, the young freshman. Fran Warson with the dump. Deploys it for the second time. And what I like the way Fran does that, and this is really the first time we've seen this even on tape from Fran. She hasn't utilized it a lot, but as she's used it tonight, she's not like consistently going to it. She's really picking her spots with that dump shot. As we got whistles, and into the net goes the Broncos, 11-7. And you get the momentum off a play like that and give it right back off of an error. 11-7, 4-point advantage here, Mount Marty.
Yeah, it's just, you need the momentum to keep it on your side. And I said, errors like that really can cost you.
Serve from Julia Weber towards the back row. Left side attack coming from Bene. She swings away, terminates that one, 11-8.
We need an end of the third set type of rally here to kind of build some momentum and see if we can force Mount Marty to burn one of their timeouts.
Both teams with both timeouts still left. I think both teams have realized that this has been tight late in 2 of the 3 sets. That's a service error. That's not going to help matters. 12-9. Now into serve, Jenna Schweitzer, freshman. As Schweitzer drops it towards the back row. Pontine, high up pass to Olsen. Sent back over. Broncos scrambling. Benson has to send over a free ball. Mount Marty going to be swinging away. Left side, Engdahl sends it wide. Point Broncos. One of the few miscues we've seen from the Mount Marty attack as they go down the line.
Yeah, they haven't missed very many line shots tonight.
You mentioned it earlier. They've been Picasso-like in painting the corners and painting the lines. As Haley Whitmarsh serves from the back row. Or serves to the back row, I should say. Here's Pontine passing to Barnes. Barnes shot blocked back down. Pontine goes to ground. What do we have? 4 hits, and how?
I'm baffled as you are.
Looked like a pretty clean block from this angle. 13-9. They called that one off the net and not blocked. Nevertheless, it's a service error. Give it right back to the Broncos. All told, it's back to even Stevens, 13-10. We are watching the same game, right? We had that. Okay.
Yeah.
13-10.
From our vantage point, it looked like it was pretty clean to me, but...
Here's Madison Duarte in to serve. Goes towards the corner. Set middle and swung down off the top of the tape and down. It's behind McKenna Suter. Gunther using the tape to the advantage, and now it's 14-10. CK saying stop the run here. 14-10. Mount Marty with the 4-point advantage. Broncos have rallied late in the first and third, so you don't want to go anywhere. Keep it right here to Hastings College Volleyball on Extreme Sports.
For all of your professional, residential, and commercial cleaning services, call the trusted experts at B&B Cleaning Pros of Hastings. They have been in business for over 4 years, delivering professional services one clean at a time. Reclaim your time and enjoy a healthier, fresher home with a call to B&B Cleaning Pros. Their meticulous cleaning professionals handle everything from routine upkeep to intensive deep cleans, tailored perfectly to your schedule and needs. They focus on kitchens, bathrooms, high traffic areas, dust removal, and floor care. Give them a call at 402-519-4602. Stop in at 123 North Lexington in Hastings or visit them at bnbcleaningpros.com.
You are listening to Hastings College on Extreme Sports.
And he is in for the pick 6.
With Tyson Havronik.
Blue Jays continue to get a good pitching performance from Trey Yasevich as he's thrown 89 pitches and is still on the bump for Toronto as they still hold a 3-1 lead over the LA Dodgers in Game 5 of the World Series. We are in set 4 here of the last home matchup of the regular season for Hastings College, and Mountain Marty sends one wide to get the tip. And at least that has been consistent for both squads. Mount Marty appealing and nearly celebrating as if they got the tip, but nonetheless, it's a Hastings College side out. Nice use of the timeout from CK. Here's Fran Warson now into serve. Broncos trailing by 3. Sends it back row. Left side shot, and that is going to go long. Long from Julia Weber. Corner official didn't have the angle on it, immediately crossed the arms, and that was up to the chair. 14-12. 2-point advantage Lancers. Fran's still into serve. Middle attack coming. That's going to be a kill and a big termination from Julia Weber as she rises up and greets it in the middle. This is going to get done from all angles on the court tonight, whether it's middle, whether it's back row, whether it's left side, right side.
Back row, front row.
She has just been everywhere. A utility Swiss Army knife for this Mount Marty offense. Big kill. McKenna Suter. Get it right back for the Broncos. 15-13.
See if this Bronco team can step up and get 2 big points right here and tie this baby up and see if they can flip that momentum back to their side.
Why not accelerate and just leave them at 15? I mean, here we go. Middle shot, that's why. Wow. J.O. Wachholz. We're going to probably need to get a new volleyball. I think that one just got flattened. J.O. Wachholz from the middle. Gareth Luke looking at his front row saying there's nothing you can do about that. That was smoked.
I'll say, a new volleyball, you might need a new floor.
A couple tiles go loose, did they? Yeah. Here's Hastings College now on the offensive attacks. Benet tipped back into play. Fran Warson, back pass. Ringsdorf off a couple fingertips and wide. 16-14. Broncos trail by 2.
The Broncos haven't had very many of those where those tip balls goes out of bounds for a point for their side, and so HC's got to be pretty fortunate right now to get one of those to go their way this time.
I don't know. It looked pretty good. Let's get a couple more.
Yes.
16-14, Mount Marty with the lead. Laney Benson has off the tape. You talk about bounces. My goodness, Mount Marty gets one there. Here's Fran Warson setting up Olsen. Olsen trying for a little finesse. Ball at the front. There's a joust that's going to get down. Olsen wins it. Oh, I was going to say, if Benson got robbed of the ace serve and we didn't get the point, I was going to lose it. Mount Marty did a heck of an effort just to keep that alive after it ricocheted off the top of the tape, but a nice job at the net from Kaylee Olsen to win that joust, and here's Benson to try to tie it up. Benson goes into the net. Service error, critical. 17-15.
Also at the same time in that last play, how'd that ball not hit the antenna?
That's awful angle that she had at it. There's no way, but she was able to keep it away from the antenna. 17-15. 2-point advantage for Mount Marty. Low line drive serve. Benet's there. Fran Warson setting up Olsen. Olsen's off a couple fingertips towards the back row. Middle attack. That's Lexi swinging away. Fran Warson's there on the up. Laney Benson rolls over a soft shot, and it completely messes up Lexi Eckhoff, who was all twisted and tied up there. A soft shot from Laney Benson that couldn't have crawled over the net any slower.
That's how she drew it up.
Exactly. 17-16. Good time for the finesse there from the Broncos. They trail by 1. Tip try. Donut hole. Crashing in. And a little gingerly getting up is going to be Gabby Miller. She goes for the finesse play. That was awfully close to the back of the head territory. Was very concerned for Gabby there for a brief moment, but she's back up. She's ready to roll. And it's 18-16 Mount Marty with the 2-point advantage. Benet. Pontine. Benet back to swinging away. Long pass, switching the run of play. Nothing you can do with that. Beautiful pass on the button for Adeline Indall, and she swings at Barnes for the big point. 19-16, 3-point advantage, Mount Marty.
Yep. There's nothing Barnes can do on that. She was trying to just go for the block, and that thing just rolls right over.
Pontine setting up Olsen. Sliding up from Mount Marty in the back row. Now Miller sends it towards the back suitors there. Pontine working around to Benet. Up. Pushed over. Benson diving dig. Barnes trying for the side. Barnes sends it wide. No, gets it down. Gets it down. Or what do we have? We're getting multiple.
They're calling it down.
Calling it down for Hastings College.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
It's getting multiple.
The one flagsman called it down. This one over here called it up.
19-17. Whitmarsh. Serving with Hastings College trailing by 2 late here in the 4th. Another late rally perhaps for the Broncos. Pontine to Olsen. Blocked and down. Lexi Eckhoff adds another block. And it's 20-17. We have seen this before. Broncos trailing late. They've rallied late twice. First set didn't go their way. Third set, staving off 2 match points. Now it's 21-17. Now CK is going to call her last time out. 4-point lead here for Mount Marty late in the 4th. Can the Broncos rally back and force this into a race for 15? Here's the deal, Marcus. You rally back late once again. You pick up another win, irregardless of how many bounces and how many opportunities and how many freebies that Hastings College is given. If you get into a race to 15, anything can happen. It's a Game 7 philosophy.
Yep.
If you just get there, well, then it's 15. It's 15 points away. Who knows? How do you keep focused on the goal at hand and pick up the 4th?
I mean, you're just going to have to. I mean, that's all you can do. You can't help it that Mount Marty's making every single roll, every single line shot, every single tip that falls down either out of bounds or off of a Hastings College defender. HC, you just got to just continue to keep playing because you force this thing into a fourth. You rally back in that third set to force this. Now's your time to rally back again in the fourth and go to a fifth. And like you said, what you don't know what's going to happen. It's a race to 15. It's going to be a quick race to 15, but you got new life if you can get this baby to 5.
All the balls and bounces that have not gone the Broncos' way, and you're still 4 points away. So a lot of volleyball left to be played. A home crowd that's right in the ear hole of the Mount Marty servers. That could play a factor here late. Pontine, Olsen swings. Owen armed up. Right side attack. Sent back over from Gunther. Barnes works off a couple fingertips. Kept alive. Mount Marty's going to go over the line. They are. Julia Weber skirts over the line. You were on it right away, Marcus.
Yep, foot crosses the line. You can't do that in volleyball, and that's going to be an error there. Attack error on Briar Cliff, and now it's bringing up 21-18. 3-point advantage for the Lancers.
Made a little error there. 21-18. Madison Devarte coming in to serve. Broncos trailing by 3. Madison serve back row. They'll set right side off the fingertip. Whitmarsh diving, can't keep it alive. 22-18. 4-point lead, Mount Marty. Hastings College, no timeouts. Mount Marty still with 2 to burn. You got to think any breath at momentum, any grasp gets immediately met with a timeout from Mount Marty. Whitmarsh on the up. Pontine, left side, Suter. Diving up, Mount Marty off Pontine, chasing, getting a huge point. All hustle, all heart. The Broncos race after it, but they can't get to it.
Now you're in a similar situation. You were in set 3. You were down 23-18, and you rallied back.
How about a sequel? Whitmarsh, Pontine, tip try. Kept alive. In the middle, Gunther sends it long, no tip. No tip, 23-19. And here we go again. Pontine and Barnes out, Larson and Ringsdorf in. After the Nebraska Northwestern matchup, I'm starting to get in the habit of counting the players on the floor, making sure that there's just 6. What a wild sequence that was. 23-19. Here's a set in the middle. Oh, my goodness. Holy smokes, Julia Weber. Picked on Lainey Benson. And now it's match point again. Hastings College held off 2 match points in the third. A much bigger task here in the fourth. A pop serve. Suter, left side. Down the line, kept alive, diving. Mount Marty is going to be able to send that back over. Great hustle play, but it's a free ball for HC. Dowdy swings away. It's blocked back down. Larson now with the dump. It's covered. Now towards the right side. Blocked down wide. Blocked and wide. 25-19. Final here in the fourth. Mount Marty wins it. 3-1 winning the fourth. 25-19. Good competitive volleyball on display, but in a match really pivotal for the GPAC standings. Hastings College comes up short. The final after 4, 25-13, 25-23, 25-13, 24-26, 25-19. Mount Marty wins it in 4. We're back to wrap it all up right after this on the Extreme Sports Network.
Looking for a night out that hits different? Head to the 2nd Street Slammer in Hastings, where the music is loud, the drinks are cold, and the vibe is always right. Shoot some pool, play some darts, or tear up the dance floor with live DJs spinning every weekend. Whether you are rolling in with friends or meeting someone new, the Slammer is the place where good times and late nights come standard. Open Thursday through Saturday. Come see why the locals call it Hastings' favorite weekend escape. That's 2nd Street Slammer, 2315 West 2nd Street. Let loose, live it up, slam into your weekend.
Welcome back to Extreme Sports, your exclusive home for Hastings College athletics.
Welcome back to Hastings College Volleyball here on the Extreme Sports Network. Tyson Nevronic, Marcus Metcalf with you as we talk through the aftermath here of this one in 4. Mount Marty wins it by the score of 3-1 over Hastings College. Again, your final scores tonight, 25-13, 25-23, 24-26, 25-19. All told for Hastings College, 50 kills in the matchup compared to Mount Marty's 53. Offensively, Mount Marty led by Julie Weber tonight with 16 kills. She came in with ninth in the conference in assists, but it was the kill category for Julie Weber tonight as they used the different offensive weapons. Gabby Miller also in double figures with 13 kills for the Broncos. McKenna Suter ends with 14. She continues to have her team lead in kills. It was 13 for Elsa Benet tonight as the two Broncos finished in double figures. Overall hitting percentage, Mount Marty going way down after the fourth set to a total of 180. Broncos finishing with a 113. Again at the service line tonight for the Broncos. 5 ace serves, 7 service errors versus 2 ace serves and 3 service errors for Mount Marty. But the play at the net tonight, 9 blocks versus 7 here. Mount Marty picking up a couple big ones, especially there in that fourth set. Marcus, let's just kind of walk through this one. And, again, 2 teams that were tied in the conference standings, 2 teams with an opportunity to put a game in hand, and it goes the way of the Lancers tonight, who maybe just had 1 or 2 more offensive weapons than the Broncos.
Yeah, I think the story of the night is errors and Julia Weber from Mount Marty. 16 kills, 6 errors, 24 assists. Have a night. She had 24. The team had 52, and she had 24 alone. It's a tough one to swallow if you're HC because you're tied for 8th and you're tied for the last spot to get into the GPAC tournament here in just about a couple weeks. It's tough when you needed a win to pretty much almost win out and maybe get some help to help yourself along the way. But this one is just a tough one to take, and if you're 8C, you just got to go back to the drawing board and you just got to finish out the last 2 ball games you have and just see what all plays out. But this team fought it to get to the 4, and I thought they were going to be out of it, get swept out of here 3-0, and they bounced back and forced this game to 4 sets, and it just was not enough firepower.
2 more matchups for Hastings College on the campaign before the finishing touches are put here in 2025. A road for the next 2. They'll go to St. Mary coming up on Saturday. They will finish the season on Tuesday against Midland University. And Hastings College still with plenty to play for. Again, a tight race in the GPAC standings and still plenty of wiggle room with a couple victories to get the Broncos back in to the thick of things for the conference race, but really feel like left some points out on the table here tonight as they drop to Mount Marty in 4. For my broadcast partner, Marcus Metcalf, I'm Tyson Nevronic, wishing you a very pleasant good evening here from Hastings. Again, we'll have a Friday night playoff football coming your way here on the Extreme Sports Network. That coming your way Friday night as Sandy Creek is in action against Wisner Pilger, I believe.
Yep.
That's been a lot of brackets to digest, but Sandy Creek football coming your way again this Friday night. That we'll have for you here on the Extreme Sports Network and, of course, Hastings College football on Saturday. So that'll wrap it up for us here tonight from the Lynn Farrell Arena on Trunk or Treat Night. And for all of those participating, happy Halloween, everyone, from all of us here at Extreme Sports.
You've been listening to Hastings College.